beloved. I thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those who are keen or interested in joining my Patreon, signing up for my Patreon, on my Patreon I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month, alright? I offer weekly sign readings based on love as well as spiritual path. On my Patreon, I also offer personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, as well as career and finances. The link is listed down in my description box below if you want to join, or you can type what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it will also lead you to my Patreon website, okay? Let us step in and find out, why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us step in and talk to God, okay? We have the moon, okay? With the moon here, I feel like somebody is hiding how they feel, all right, about a specific ending here. We have the Death to the Ace of Swords, all right? Somebody is hiding how they feel about a certain ending, a separation that you two had with one another. All right, they're not trying to be seen in that light. Like they trying to be seen as unbothered, unfazed. But this person is definitely bothered, and they definitely phased. All right, about this whole situation and it ending and it coming to an end. All right. Yeah, this person is definitely worried, stressed out. And with the moon, they're hiding all of this, hiding every single bit of this. This person's ego has been shot and shattered, all right? They don't know how to take this. Yeah, look at that, we got the Hermit. This person is literally in the shadows in how they feel. Like they're not trying to acknowledge it to themselves even. So it's not only them not acknowledging that they feel some type of way about this ending, this separation. They also not acknowledging it to themselves. Like this person is suppressing it. All right, we have the Emperor here. We have Virgo, Cancer, Aries energy. Look at that. The Moon, the Hermit, the Emperor. So I feel like this person is suppressing and withholding big emotions and, things that are impacting them in a big way. And they're trying to live with it. They're trying to sort of be in control of themselves. But this person is struggling, like, they feel a type of way about this, and it's impacting their everyday routine of life. Let's say they go to work, or they go to gym, they go to eat, they go take a shower, bath. Like they constantly, it revolves around this ending, this separation here, where they find themselves in this state of being where they're really, really bothered and phased by this ending, this separation here. It's weighing on them, all right? And they're just trying to have control over themselves in this situation by not showing that, and also not acknowledging it to themselves, because they feel like if they they do so, if they acknowledge it to themselves, it's going to put them in a place of like losing control of themselves and them being vulnerable. That's what losing control of themselves means to them. Like, they feel like they're going to be vulnerable, and that's a form of losing control. That's how they feel. And they let alone even them acknowledging it to you, okay? They would never, because of the pride. Somebody has pride here, heavy pride with the Emperor. Like, somebody is the type of person that's arrogant, you know what I'm saying? And they try to really not be bothered and not be fazed by anything at all, not just this. But for some reason, this is really, really pressing this person here. And it's weighing them down. And it's shattering their ego. And it's making them rethink things that they thought they were certain about. All right, take that how it resonates. Yeah, somebody here is going through it. You got the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's like it's a lot to handle. But this person is teaching themselves to not feel this, to not feel these emotions based on this separation and this departure of your energy and presence in their life, right? This ending here. We have the King of Swords to the Ace of Wands. It's like literally this person is cold towards their own feelings and emotions. It's like they feel something here and then they try to turn it off by being cold towards it. They feel all that they feel and then they turn it off by feeling cold and being cold towards it. They would rather be in this cold energy. They want to detach so bad. That's why they want to be in this energy, because it's better than acknowledging how they truly feel about everything. They would rather keep it hidden, keep it to themselves, try and find, control over themselves in this situation by not acknowledging how they feel about it. It's like this person is scared of being vulnerable. They're afraid of their own vulnerability. This is that sort of person here. They're afraid of their own emotions. They're afraid also of how you make them feel, brother. Because for them to even overlook their own emotions, it would mean that it's overwhelming them. Like, what they feel is overwhelming them. They're not used to feeling that way. And it's something that they are trying to compress and suppress because they want to cope. All right? They want to be in this energy of, nah, I got this, I'm chilling, I'm good. But the whole time, this person is constantly triggered, like every time. Everything that they do, it kind of like this is in the back of their mind, like this separation, this ending between you guys, it follows them, all right? It's literally like something that follows this person. And that's why they're trying so hard to detach and be cold towards everything, because it's heavy. It's like a heavy, there's some form of heaviness or a heavy truth that surrounds this person, and they're trying to ignore it. We have the Justice reversed. We have Scorpio, Taurus energy. We have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. We have Sagittarius, Leo energy. We got the Two of Wands. We got the Two of Cups to the Eight of Cups. This person is hiding the fact that they feel dumb or dumbfounded or like stupid or foolish for the types of decisions and choices they made surrounding this connection you once shared with them. All right? It's like the reason it's so hard for this person to acknowledge everything is because they have to look at all the things that took place. And within that is the truth of the types of decisions and choices they made surrounding this connection here. Those type of decisions and choices may have been the type of decisions and choices to end and create a separation, right? End a situation. So this person I feel like they blaming themselves, like they putting so much on themselves, they putting such guilt on themselves because they feel like things not going their way within this regard, or them having no favor in this situation is because they are the ones that put themselves in that position with the types of decisions and choices that they made surrounding this connection. They feel like it's their fault that this is no longer what it used to be. They feel like it's their fault that things are the way that they are between you guys. And for that alone, it's like that alone makes this person sort of regret their actions, and also puts them in a sunken place where they beat themselves up for it. They don't want to feel it, so they try and detach by being cold towards their own emotions and feelings, which is making this person really toxic towards themselves because they're not allowing themselves to feel. Alright? They're not allowing themselves to process what exactly they're dealing with inside of them. They're just shutting it off and shutting it out. But this person's dealing, it's like I feel like this person is dealing with a lot. It's like, you know, when you suppress, the minute you stop suppressing, because you suppress so much, when everything comes back up to the surface, it comes back all at once. Like this person, if they keep suppressing, at some point they have to stop suppressing, and they'll have to acknowledge what they've been suppressing. And because it's been a buildup, and it's been festering, and it's been just topping it off with all types of emotions, when it bottles up to the surface, it's going to drown this person. Somebody is going to drown in how they feel. They can't live like this, all right, forever here. Somebody here, they would love to be in this energy of coldness for as long as possible, but in the end, when it's all said and done, they have to acknowledge, all right, they have to acknowledge how they feel, because it's them at the end of the day. This person, like, they're gonna drown, okay? We have the Nine of Cups. What's hurting this person more than anything is there's a part of them that feels like you are much better without their presence in your life, all right? You're much better without them. They feel like you are happier, you are more grounded within yourself, you are better without them. And this could be them self-sabotaging themselves, or it could be a form of them beating themselves up for everything. But this person is just cold towards themselves, not acknowledging anything good about anything. They just drowning in coldness, and soon they're gonna be drowning in the truth. The truth of how they feel and what they've been suppressing, all right, because of how they feel. It's like there's something that this person has been suppressing, and it has everything to do with the truth of something that they're not trying to look at right now. They're trying to avoid it at all costs, and they're trying to sort of look the other way and not take accountability. But it doesn't stop the fact that they always triggered. When they think of you, they always triggered because they're always thinking about you. Therefore. And they hate that. Like, somebody wishes that they could just walk away from the thought of you, so that they could all be silent or silenced, and they could just live outside of your identity. But somebody here can't, like, somebody here is just going through a lot. We got the Nine of Swords, yeah. Nine of Cups to the Nine of Swords. This person is, they definitely have chronic anxiety about the fact that you seem happier without them, or you are happier without them, or this is just what they think. The minute, like, this person just sees you, they oftentimes jump to the conclusion or the assumption that you are better without them, and it puts them in a chronic anxiety state of being where this person could even struggle with panic attacks or hot flashes. Like, they just feel hot. You know what I mean? They could struggle with insomnia, all right? They struggle with all forms of triggers here that have to do with the consequence of them holding back. Like, as people, there's only a certain threshold of things that we can put up with, of things that we can take. And if we try and break our threshold because we're trying to push ourselves to take it, at some point we're gonna crash, right? And that's where this person is headed. They are crashing. There's only a certain level of coldness they can be with this. We have the Lovers here. Yeah, this person, man, they're just consumed by the thought of you, man. All they can think about is you. And it's specifically how everything turned out. Like, there is a specificity to how everything turned out that has this person in a chronic anxiety state of being constantly anxious here. Thinking of how you are now that you are without them, right? Thinking about how you are now that they're no longer with you, right? It's just, I feel like this person is like, they feel haunted here, all right? They feel haunted. But the problem is, I feel like this person did bring this upon themselves. Because what I'm channeling from the energy of them blaming themselves and them looking at, or afraid to look at the types of decisions and choices they made surrounding this connection, it's because they have to look at the fact that it was them that orchestrated and manifested this ending and the separation between the two of you. It was because of them you walked away. That's the harsh, sad truth that this person is unable to live with. It's heavy, like they like somebody's like unable to sort of, I feel like this person wants to heal from this with the star energy, but they feel like it's not possible, all right? With this Five of Pentacles, they feel like they're not deserving of healing. It's like somebody's beating themselves up, man. I just heard they can't live without you. There's something about your energy and how it impacted this person's life in a good way. That's what they cannot let go of the most. Like how you impacted their life in a way that they really needed at that time, and they took it for granted. And they were doing all sorts of things that were negative. And when you chose yourself, and when you couldn't take it, and when they pushed you too far, and you left them in the cold, left them in the dust, and you said no more, I'm not doing this. Like, this person expected you to return, or at least consider returning at some point. They didn't think that you would completely just vanish the way you have, or stand your ground the way you have, or take your power back the way you have. They thought a part of you could also be they thought like you were also attached, okay? But for some reason, there's been a truth that has been revealed that is putting this person in this moon energy where they're just hiding from themselves and what they've done to you, put you through, and also hiding from the truth of everything that has to do with you here and this connection, all right, based on or in regards to the separation and the ending. This person feels like there's going to be more in life that you do for yourself. And whether they're in your life or not, you are still going to do what this is for yourself. And they are realizing how badly they want to be a part of your life now. Now that they're looking at it from the outside. Now that they don't have access. And this person is also realizing how much of a dark spirited person they were to you because of how they treated you. I feel like this person treated you terribly. As much as this might have been some form of connection, it felt like torture, it felt like hell. It felt like that type of pain that you wouldn't wish on anybody, or that type of connection you wouldn't want anybody to be in because you know what it's like to go through it. You know, but God is saying it's not your fault that this person is in this position. It's just karma balancing itself out here. Because somebody is now wanting healing, wanting reconciliation, wanting some form of redemption, all right, a rebirth, but they're not going to get it because they took it for granted when it was right in front of them, right? They took your glory for granted. They took your energy for granted, your time, your words, your affection, attention. All of it was taken for granted, and God had to remove you from that person's life so that they see your value. And that's how karma works, right? You see it later, and it's too late by then. Oh well, right? I'm being called to end this message here. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. Thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. To those who are keen or interested in joining my Patreon and signing up and being a member of my Patreon, on my Patreon I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. You get a personal reading from me every month for $50 per month based on love, spiritual path, as well as career and finances. I will see you all soon. Stay prayed up in these times that we live in. Goodbye.